Stop waiting. No one's coming. You're waiting for permission to start, permission to leave, permission to want more than what you have. You're waiting for someone to tell you it's okay, that you're allowed, that it makes sense. And here's the truth you already know but won't admit. That permission is never coming. This video is about the specific way we trap ourselves by waiting for validation that doesn't exist, and why the only permission you need is the one you refuse to give yourself. If you've been stuck waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to move, subscribe. This is what we talk about here, every Tuesday and Friday. Let me tell you about someone who waited. He wanted to leave his job, had wanted to for 2 years, but he was waiting for his boss to recognize he'd outgrown the role, waiting for the company to change, waiting for the right moment, waiting for a sign. And every day he didn't get that validation, he stayed, because leaving without permission felt wrong, reckless, like jumping without looking. But here's what he didn't realize. He was asking the wrong person. He was asking permission from the exact people who benefited from him staying stuck. And you do this too. You wait for your partner to validate that your feelings are legitimate before you express them. You wait for your parents to approve of your choices before you make them. You wait for the market to be perfect, the conditions to be ideal, the stars to align. You're not procrastinating. You're not lazy. You're not stuck. You're waiting for permission. And the person you're waiting for, they're never going to give it to you. Not because they're cruel, because they can't see what you see. They're not living your life. They're living theirs. So why do we do this? Because making a move without external validation feels dangerous. If someone else tells you it's okay and it goes wrong, you can blame them. You can say, "They told me to." You have cover. But if you give yourself permission and it fails, that's on you. That's your choice, your responsibility, your fault. So we wait, we delay, we ask for input we don't actually need, because what we're really asking for is someone to share the risk. And that's not permission, that's protection. But protection from what? From the possibility that you might be wrong? You're going to be wrong either way, wrong by staying or wrong by going. There's no safe choice. The only question is, which wrong do you want to own? And here's the specific kind of permission we're actually looking for. We're not looking for advice. We already know what to do. We're not looking for information. We've done the research. We're looking for someone to tell us we're not crazy, that our dissatisfaction is valid, that wanting more is okay, that leaving is justified. We want someone to say, "Yes, you should, and here's why you're right." But that person doesn't exist, because the choice you're facing is yours alone. No one else has your exact combination of tolerance for pain, appetite for risk, and vision for what's possible. He learned this the hard way, spent 2 years asking everyone except himself, and every person gave a different answer because they were answering for their own life, not his. There's only one permission that actually matters: yours. And you've been withholding it from yourself because you're waiting for external proof that you're making the right call. But there is no proof. There's only the choice and the willingness to own it. He finally understood this when he realized, I'm not waiting for permission, I'm waiting for a guarantee. And guarantees don't exist. Not for staying, not for going, not for anything. The only thing you can guarantee is that waiting for certainty will keep you exactly where you are until the decision is made for you. And when someone else makes your decision, through layoffs, through breakups, through time running out, you lose the one thing you actually had: agency. So he stopped waiting, not because he got brave, not because someone finally told him it was okay. He stopped waiting because he realized the cost of waiting had become unbearable. Every day he stayed, he was choosing not to move, not to try, not to risk. And that choice, the choice to wait, was still a choice. It was just one he'd been pretending wasn't his to make. The moment he owned that staying was his decision, not a result of lacking permission, everything shifted. He didn't need validation anymore. He needed to decide. And he did. Not recklessly, not impulsively, but deliberately. He gave himself permission, and that was the only permission that ever mattered. Here's what you need to understand. The permission you're waiting for doesn't exist. Not because no one cares, but because no one else can see your life from the inside. They can give you advice, they can share their experience, but they can't give you permission, because permission implies authority, and no one has authority over your life except you. You're not waiting for permission, you're waiting to feel certain, and certainty doesn't come before the decision, it comes after. When you own the choice, when you stop asking and start deciding. If you've been waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to want more, to leave, to start, this is it. But it's not coming from me, it's coming from you. The only permission you need is the one you're refusing to give yourself.